The borders of the modern Middle East are defined by layered and complex disputes. Yet the map you see today was largely drafted in less time than it takes to process a standard passport application. In June of 1967, a war erupted between Israel and its neighbors, Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. It lasted just 6 days. To understand today's international headlines and regional tensions, one must look back to the specific events of those 144 hours. By the mid-1960s, relations in the region had become extremely fragile. Diplomatic solutions were failing, while military buildups and border incidents increased on all sides. On June 5, 1967, the situation reached a breaking point. Israel launched a sudden, highly coordinated airstrike targeting Egyptian air bases. The attack was devastatingly effective, destroying a large portion of the Egyptian Air Force while it was still on the ground. Neutralizing the enemy air force in these opening hours created a significant strategic advantage for Israel as the conflict expanded into a multi-front war. Leveraging this air superiority, Israeli ground forces launched an immediate push into the Sinai Peninsula. Rapid mechanized columns moved across the desert terrain, overrunning Egyptian defensive positions in a matter of days. Israeli forces seized control of the entire peninsula, gaining vast areas of land in one of the fastest territorial shifts in modern military history. International observers had generally expected a much longer and more balanced war. The speed of the southern collapse proved those expectations wrong. The conflict expanded almost immediately as Jordan and Syria entered the war to support Egypt. Fighting erupted across the West Bank, moving from open fields into intense urban combat around ancient cities and fortified positions. During this push, Israeli forces captured East Jerusalem, securing control over the city's historic center. Because East Jerusalem holds deep religious importance for Jews, Christians, and Muslims, its capture turned a tactical victory into an intensely sensitive global event. On the northern front, Israeli forces began a final territorial push into the Golan Heights, which was then controlled by Syria. Infantry units had to navigate a rugged, rural environment, advancing on foot up steep and rocky paths. Their objective was the high ground. In a military context, the Golan Heights provided a strategic overlook that dominated the surrounding landscape. This elevation diagram shows the advantage. From this elevated position, forces could monitor and strike the lowlands directly beneath them with ease. By taking this high ground, Israel shifted the balance of power and security along its northern border. On June 10, 1967, the fighting stopped. A ceasefire was declared, ending the war as quickly as it had begun. The map was transformed. In 6 days, Israel gained control of the Sinai Peninsula, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. This brought new challenges, governing these newly occupied regions and the large populations within them. For Arab nations, the speed of the defeat led to physical destruction and a deep sense of frustration that would influence the region for decades. This outcome led to political shifts and a lasting impact on global diplomacy, laying the foundation for future negotiations and conflicts. The scale of the outcome prompted an immediate increase in international involvement. Global powers began to deepen their diplomatic and military presence in the region to address the new balance of power. It remains a rare historical event, a complete rewiring of a volatile region's map in less than a week. The redrawn borders and resulting tensions of 1967 established the exact baseline for the peace negotiations and conflicts that continue to this day.